Now, the yet-to-be-inaugurated 10th National Assembly is already attracting attention, particularly from its leadership should take place. Now, the national chairman of the All Progressives Congress, Senator Abdullahi Adamu, has described reports of zoning arrangement of leadership positions in the 10th National Assembly as fake. And in a statement, the APC described such stories as false and misleading, noting that the party has not made any decision on the zoning of positions or offices of the 10th Assembly. Dari, let me come with you on this now. Since Senator Adamu has dismissed the reports as fake, what's your opinion on this statement? Let's start with that.
His statement that the zoning is fake, that's expected. But at the end of the day, the party will zone offices. I think what he's trying to do is to prevent a situation where senators who have leadership aspirations would jump the gun. Some of them have already started canvassing for support. That's understandable. But like Adamu cited, he cited a case of what happened in 2015 when people jumped the gun so much that by the time the party was ready to say, okay, let's do it this way, it appeared too late and people disobeyed the party and created what became a leadership problem for the party at the National Assembly. So I think it's just a matter of time. The APC, with clear majority, the party will not be needing any alliance or cooperation with any of the opposition party to form leadership. The numbers of senators on the APC side is enough for it to decide who leads the National Assembly, especially the Senate. So I think the national chairman is merely trying to urge members to go about promoting their aspiration in manners that will not hurt the unity of the party. Already we are seeing senators coming and I've already had the Emilokon statement from one of them saying it's actually my turn. And that is on the personal note. There are also agitations have started on zonal basis. One or two zones are giving us good reasons why the position of Senate presidency should be zoned to them. There are those who have told you that, look, check the election. We delivered the highest number of votes. We have always supported the ruling party. We have never gone outside the party at any point in time. There are those who felt that, look, the issue of equity and justice, we must balance our positions. If Zone A is having this, Zone B has already pocketed this, and Zone C is looking at this already. Why won't you give us the Senate presidency, we as whatever? So you discover that interest, be it personal, be it group, drive these aspirations. And within the context of people aspiring, you cannot fault that. But you must aspire within the context of your party's interest. How are we going to go about it that the party will not be disturbed? And we'll be sure that we are not about to start another round of crisis. That is what in my opinion, the national chairman was trying to avoid. But he cannot stop the aspiration of those who want to be Senate president.
Right.
Neither can he stop the agitation of zones wishing that the position should be given to them.
Right. So, Babajide, do you think zoning, of these positions is a good practice in our political system? Let's have your perspective on this.
Yes, it makes sense. It makes sense, and we have been doing it for so long. I believe that we have to stick with it. If the PDP had followed its constitution and allowed zoning to prevail, they won't have the mess that they put themselves in. Those who defected, from the party are the real reason the party didn't win this election. They can hit their heads against the wall, say all kinds of things. The real reason is people defected because they were not happy that you refuse to follow your constitution. The constitution promotes zoning, permits zoning. So why would you go against it? So I do not see in a very complex federation like ours, you have to allow zoning. Zoning is just similar to the federal character principle. You have to share what is there for everyone. Otherwise, it will be like a survival of the fittest. And because the lion is very strong and skillful, hunts in packs, they are going to dominate the savannah. Others will have to
scramble.
Yes, for leftovers. You see the hyenas, they're always looking for
what's left over.
What the lions have as leftovers. So that's not the sort of thing that we want to see. The rest of the country can't be like vultures, scavengers. Let the zoning agreement be respected. APC has always opted for zoning, especially for National Assembly leadership positions. You know, principal officer, everything is usually down to zoning. And the truth is, right now, we are seeing those who want to be Senate president. Senator Barrow from Kano North. He survived the NNPP tsunami. You know, he's the senator representing Governor Ganduje's senatorial zone. He wants to become Senate president. And the Northwest can say, look, we've done well. We've always delivered. Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu had the highest votes, what you call the popular vote, from the Northwest. He defeated Atiku and others from the Northwest, in the Northwest. So the Northwest can say, oh, listen, is our turn. And of course, when someone like Senator Ojus Okalu says, look, it's my turn, he has every right to say that. Because when people in the Southeast didn't want to have anything to do with the APC, people like Senator Ojus Okalu and the former governor of Imo State, the Okorocha, they stood firm and they helped propagate the party in that area. And when Southeasterners were reluctant to publicly ask Nigerians to vote for Asiwaju, Ojus Okalu was going from TV station to TV station to say, look, this man can do it. I know that he was on our channel. This I can testify, it was going on. And so, and he's someone that you can say, oh, he's even acceptable to people from different regions because of his in his early life. You know, he lived in the north, and then so if we want to appease the Southeast, for example, that could be something that the leadership of the
National Assembly should consider.
The party, the National Working Committee, and even with the input of the president-elect, that is something that they have to consider, because the Southeast is an integral part of our country. We need them. We need the energy, the creativity, and the business acumen of the people. The South will really need them. They are great Nigerians who will be useful to their country. Every time I see entrepreneurs like the former CEO of UBA, Elumelu, clock 60 years.
Yes,
every time I see him, I see a man who is still young and inventive enough to contribute to the growth and development of his country. And there are so many people like that. How are they able to do it? I've said before that for you to even be good enough to be president of our country, you must even show evidence that you have excelled in business. Because to excel in business is not an easy thing. Dangote once told us that, look, I can teach what they would never teach you at Harvard. He gathered us as journalists. He said, I can teach what they would never be able to teach you at Harvard from my own experience, which is the thing. What boarding journalists learn in the newsroom, nobody teaches them in mass comm schools. They know it. It's a fact. So experience the best teacher. I believe that the NWC should not waste time, because they wasted time before and they regretted it. That was in 2015.
Yes.
where Saraki emerged against the wish of his party.
It was a party debate.
They do not have to waste time again. Show your hand. Let them know that this is where you are going. If you are zoning it to the southeast, yes, let us know that, oh, it's going to the southeast. Let people like Ojus Okalu and the rest, let them control their lobby.
While others will look for
if you are going
else.
for south-south, let them also know. If it is not west that you want to go, let them know. Don't waste time. Because if you waste time, then you are playing with what happened in 2015.
Absolutely. Final thoughts on this, Dari?
Well, I'll repeat it. The party must act now. The APC has been through that route before, so they should know better. Because when you allow people to spend time, resources, and energy on an aspiration, only for you to come around and say, no, we are not going in that direction. It is always difficult.
No, they will
to
revolt.
Make them,
They will revolt.
It will lead to revolt. I mean, people disagree more when you have allowed them taste the fruit of what they are pursuing. Okay. But if you, in good time, nip it in the bud and say, no, this will go this way, why don't you look for something else? Still within the kitty. The principal offices are not 2 or 3 or 4. So, and every zone will get 1 or 2 by the time the zoning is done. So let people know what they should be aspiring for, so that it will be easy for you to, make them align with the decision of the country.
All right, let's quickly